Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Global Podcast number 7. My name is Fields of Blue, and we're here to talk a little bit about what's going on in the world of global conflict today. A Battlefield community playing PC on the PC platform weekly, doing organized battles. If you're interested, you can go ahead and sign up at global-conflict.org or just visit us to know some more. Today we have Undertow and we have Haruki. Hey, guys.
Hey, what's up?
Hi guys, thanks for tuning in.
And of course, the always wonderful Mr. Blue recording and editing for us. So today was, I think, was it Battle 2? I think it was either Battle 2 or Battle 3 in the actual campaign.
It was Battle 2. We've had a couple of skirmishes before this, but these were the first two official battle days.
Yeah. I think it went over pretty well. We had, from my view, we had maybe 1 or 2 server stability issues, but we were pretty quick to amend those by just switching to the NA server, and then I think we switched to the EU server the other half of the day, did we?
No.
So we just stayed
I think we stayed NA after break. I don't know about before. I wasn't here before.
Right.
Yeah,
I
I wasn't
remember
here before either.
Yeah, at the start of the day, we were fiddling around with the EU server, and there were some issues with it. One, we couldn't get the Procon working, which we're going to work on and get working very soon, I'm sure. But it was kind of crashing on us, so we just went NA all day. But it seemed like the NA was really stable, so that's really excellent.
I'm getting a tip from the microphone in my ear that the EU server crashed, so we stayed on the NA only.
Yes, I think that's correct, Undertow. I think you're right in that. Also, we do have right now, what's really cool is one of our members, DevGrew, has actually started his own server, and he's using the Global Conflict name to help promote us with his server. So we just like to give a shout out to that. You can find the server by searching global-conflict.org in the Battlefield 4 server browser, as well as we have a link to it on our front page, so you can visit it from there.
It's a good way to get the UCAV, since you can find a lot of GC members trying to unlock it, and they can help you do it. But just don't forget that it's banned on GC. You can go and annoy puppies, but do not use it on official battle days.
Yeah, I kind of want to be careful about using the word banned, but as far as right now, it's not being used between the two armies because of a general's agreement where they're not going to be utilizing it. And of course, if we spot you guys breaking that agreement, the generals can report you and we can have you kicked or whatever. But so far, it seems like it's been doing really well. I haven't seen anyone utilizing it during the battle day, and I think there's an agreement now that's either official now or it's going to be official really soon about the SUAF too. So keep your eyes peeled.
Yeah, and not to forget the active radar missiles that are also not tolerated, so it's also a good idea not to use them because they're pretty biased.
Yeah, I've heard they can be pretty problematic, although I haven't used them at all.
Yeah, I don't know what they do, but it seems. I think they make you like immortal or something.
Before we move on, I was just wondering, what do you guys think of the General's Agreement on this? I mean, we've had a couple of General's Agreements in the past campaigns in Battlefield 3 as well. Things like the transport helicopter being banned, but, a lot of those bans came in because it was terribly biased for one side than the other, whereas in this case, both sides do have access to this thing. So I kind of want to pick your brains and see what you guys think about that.
Yeah, well, yeah, I don't know. You're right that both sides can use it, but I think that it's kind of missing the fun part of the game. I think that's why people are mostly frustrated with it, because I'm talking about the UCAV specifically, because it is really no fun to play and to run around and then have some drone thingies hitting you and just dying constantly. I think this is the same with the bug they had with the MAV capping flags, and in general all the drones capping flags, because it really removes that part that you have to have infantry in the area to capture the flag. Hopefully that was a bug, but I think that's mainly the reason that we have that removed. And to be honest, I like that with a game so buggy with all those biased things, we've kept the general agreement to minimum. Like only those two things. I think it's great for the first campaign.
Yeah. I'm glad you brought that topic up though, Haruki, because it's something I've always been thinking about is that in the previous game the vehicles were so imbalanced that we had to kind of consider what the best route to go was for perfect balancing when you had, the jets were really imbalanced, the tanks had their differences and everything. In this game, I don't know if they're quite as imbalanced, but as far as the infantry gadgets, it's like both armies have all access to them. I think the problem though that really stems from just the fact that they're annoying and people just hate dying to them. I can understand with the UCAV because you can like two hit a tank with them apparently. Of course, I don't even own the DLC, so I haven't even played with the thing yet, but it sounds like they're pretty powerful. Although I'm strictly not a vehicle driver, so I'd be very happy to see tanks being blown up left and right, but I see that it's not fun for vehicle drivers.
Yeah, I haven't used it myself, so I don't really know. But I'd imagine it's kind of frustrating. I mean, as an infantry player, it is kind of annoying when I just get hit by like air, like the attack choppers swinging in, and I just die from air vehicles. I can't do anything about that. But I'd imagine as armor, it's a little bit different because you can't do anything at all. I mean, air attacks are kind of part of the game, but with the UCAV, you don't even see it coming. The person who's killing you is probably on the other side of the map to begin with. So I think for armor players, it is totally understandable that, the gentleman's agreement came about. But it's interesting. It seems like it's a bit divided among our community, but it is what it is, and it seems like the generals already agreed to it. So
yeah, and it looks like everyone's been following it pretty well, and I'm really glad that we went that route as opposed to, when we first started considering what the best option was, we were considering if we were to actually just ban it outright. But you got to remember that things are going to change through balance patches. We've already seen the SUAV change from being able to run through players to changing to where it gets destroyed after it hits a player, which is more realistic, but also makes it less of a problem where it's just flying around ramming through tons of players at a time. So if we were to ban it, there's a potential where in the future we wouldn't be able to use it because people are like, well, there's a ban in place. But right now with the General's Agreement, that can change by the General's whim. If they agree to reinstate the item for fair play, then we can always do that. Whereas a ban is it's a little bit more concrete. Not like we're all that solid of a bureaucracy, but it's just like people can point to it and say, well, it's banned. Yeah. But how did you guys feel through the battle day today? Did you have as much fun as I did? I was enjoying myself most of the day.
it was fun. I don't feel as much excitement as I did during Battlefield 3 campaigns, partially because the game just doesn't feel so complete, in my opinion. And I think a large part of that is because they don't have the MK3A1 anymore. I can't just run around holding down the left button and frag rounds just shoot out of my body. So I'm a little bit disappointed at that, but I think it's fun. I'd like to see more full servers. We were kind of running low towards the end of the battle day today, so it felt a little empty, but other than that, I'm hoping that the campaign is able to balance out, because it seems like the Soviets are kind of running through everything.
Yeah.
It was really amusing to watch Haruki learn the game, throwing battle pickups through the Shanghai skyscraper.
Yeah, I had no idea how to play the game. I mean, I've pubbed for maybe 2 hours, so I have no idea what half the things do. So I picked up, what is it, that giant rocket launcher at the top of the tower, and I was like, oh, I kind of want to use my my shotgun now, and I threw it out the window and didn't know that you throw at your battle pickup when you switch guns.
Yeah.
But I have to say that I think I only played the last part of the battle day, but I think we had pretty close rounds, so maybe both armies are getting to play pretty well together, and I think we might see even more close rounds next year. I don't know how you feel.
Yeah, I'd say you're probably right on that, Undertow, because the last couple I guess the last official battle day and the scrims prior to that, we kind of saw an even more biased type of victory for the Soviets. But right now, we're kind of seeing the rounds become a lot closer. But I mean, it's kind of disheartening to see that. Like the last round of the day was really close. I don't. That was like within 30 tickets, I think, of either side winning. But the Soviets just barely pulled it out at the end. But it's like we're seeing more and more of those. The more battle days we go through, the more scrims we go through. So it's hopeful that that we'll be able to see things even up a bit more. But it's also disheartening when the Allies are up a few players and they're still just getting really pummeled down pretty hard. I mean, most of the day almost all the day I was playing with the Soviets just because they were low on numbers, but they still were just absolutely brutally just, wrecking most of the rounds. It's pretty surprising, actually.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure what what caused the huge discrepancy in the amount of tickets. I feel like both HCs are totally capable of leading the armies. So I guess, I think it's fair to say I was a little bit confused as to what was going on, because I have complete confidence in both HC's abilities to lead armies on both sides. I'm not sure if it's something that will even itself out as the campaign continues, as people get used to playing with one another, or if this campaign's going to be really short.
Yeah, we'll see, I guess.
Well, I think from what I've seen, the Allies have a lot of new guys playing. Well, I think the Soviets have more veterans, so this might play some role in the winnings. But I think this is normal, and in the second campaign, these guys will be more comfortable playing with us, and will be able to play in the full potential. So this could be one reason, and probably attendance numbers from their officers also could be leading to this. But let's see. I'm really optimistic, and I hope that next year will bring even more people, and everyone's gonna be back from studying, partying, eating with family, and we'll have some pretty good rounds.
Yes, I'm also excited for that. I mean, a lot of people are on vacation right now, so might be the reason why the Soviets were down 20 people towards the end.
Yeah.
I think the next topic is the fact that we don't have a battle day at all, or Black Ops this coming week. It's Christmas week, so a lot of people are gone spending time with family, and I don't think there is a UBO and there is no NABO this Tuesday on Christmas Eve, and there isn't a battle day this coming Saturday, which I believe is the 30th, I want to say. I lied, it's the 28th.
29th.
Yeah, so we don't have a battle day that day. But we'll be back on the 4th of January. So I don't think there's a UBO on the 31st either.
I think you're correct in that, yeah.
Come on, you're the TA. You should be gotta confirm everything.
I'm going to confirm right now, and if I'm wrong, I'll have to deconfirm later.
Okay.
But yeah, there's at least not going to be a battle day or a UBO or a NABO this coming week. But of course, if you're looking for something to do those days, feel free to log on to the TeamSpeak. There's usually people around you can play with, just pubbing or whatever. And with that, I think we have to say happy holidays and hopefully a really happy new year to everyone. We'll see you in 2014.
Don't spend your last few hours of 2013 on TeamSpeak. I mean, go out there and have fun, everybody.
Go eat.
Party.
Yeah,
In
go
my
eat.
In my part, we eat a lot, and I mean a lot. So go become fat.
Yeah, and then make a New Year's resolution and say, I'm gonna lose all the weight I gained
Exactly.
during the last 24 hours.
And then stick to it for an entire year.
Yup.
All right, guys. So thanks for tuning in and listening to our podcast today. Again, we are with global-conflict.org, where we play organized battlefield tournaments every week on Saturdays. Feel free to visit us at global-conflict.org and see what we're all about, and feel free to sign up. I'm Fields of Blue and signing out with Haruki and Undertow. Thank you guys for being here with me.